Yo, okay, we are at the Hangout sessions. It's Travis here. I'm here with Jake. I'm here with Matt. And we're just going to reflect on the Germany game. I thought it was quite a good game, man. Jake, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was quite interesting. The first half an hour of the game was sort of, with obviously Germany going ahead. How they did, I thought it was interesting. Yeah, how they were approaching their attacks. 'Cause obviously, without a recognised striker,
Mm,
it's different from what obviously you sort of we've been used to in the past with no closer, with no Gomez. Do you know what I mean? You've got an agile, sort of like a number 10
yeah.
playing there, but he constantly had to play with his back to goal or chasing things down. So it was a good, interesting sort of first half to watch, but yeah, I sort of think he was wasted in,
Yeah, he
in
was.
that role personally. But other than that, I thought it was interesting because whereas Ukraine had to rely simply on their two sort of wide men for everything, who
Mm.
didn't, for me, didn't really turn up. Whereas Germany, they could just rely on everyone, sort of bar Götze, and it looked like they were going to produce something. Like, do you know what I mean? Cruz was just pulling the strings.
Ah, he was. Yeah, I feel like I agree with you. I feel like he was a bit wasted. Like the missing thing for Germany looks to be that number nine, really. Matt, what
Yeah,
did you think?
Yeah, how come Gertz is playing up front?
I don't
Yeah,
think there's anyone good enough to really play up there.
because I've not seen much of Germany in the friendlies in the build up to the Euros, but it was kind of a shock to see him playing up front.
Jake, who have they got? Like they've got Gomez. Obviously, I don't think Podolski can play up there, and I don't think Muller can really just play up there on his own. So who else have they
and
got?
obviously Schürrle has been unproven because he played
Mm,
there a couple of times for Chelsea.
yeah,
And he again don't really look like the best suit for a number 9. So realistically, I don't think Joachim Löw's got someone he trusts to be as, like, oh, you're my centre forward, really.
there must be someone in the Bundesliga that is just upset right now. There's got to be probably a few of them.
But this is it. Like, all their attackers are like sort of versatile attackers. They can play wing, they can play number 10. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That's how I see it anyway, because in the Bundesliga, it's like they've got quality German players everywhere apart from the centre forward positions.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit like the problem Brazil have had for a few years as well. Like for
Yeah,
number nine.
yeah, that's a really good comparison. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And it's a bit odd how, yeah, they got pretty quality players in every position bar the centre forward one.
It's
But
interesting. I was going to say it was interesting you mentioned the first 30 minutes because I thought Germany looked really good. Then all of a sudden, Ukraine just came into the game, really.
yeah, it's when they got rattled up by, a bit of hesitancy around the back. Like that, Ukraine's first attack, I think, made Germany think, oh, hang on a minute, we're not as much control or dominant position as we should or could be. Do you know what I mean?
it was good to see goal line technology doing its thing though, because I honestly thought that had crossed the line until I
You
saw
and me both. Totally, totally. You and me both. Because I would have said, yeah, definite goal.
too close to call.
Closing. Looked like he took it behind.
Yeah, it was the way he just his momentum took him back into the like back of the net as well. I thought it was in as well. But oh
But
yeah.
Germany ain't going to struggle with supply. They've got the supply. I mean, like you were saying about Cruz, like he looks dangerous, and some of the balls that Özil was playing forward, they're not going to struggle with the supply. They just need that player that's going to be up there to put the ball in the back of the net.
I just can't believe they've got the likes of Muller, Draxler, Götze, Özil, Cruz just all playing on the
Exactly.
same pitch at the same time. Like
Crazy.
like it kind. Do you know what it reminds me of? I feel like it reminds me of the when Spain were playing with the false nine as well. I think it was World
Oh,
Cup
yeah.
2010.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it was.
Yeah, and it was just like, how have they got all these players just playing in? I was very disappointed with Ukraine in the second half because I thought, right, they're on top. They're on top now. I thought after like they go and regroup at half time, I thought they'd come out all guns blazing again, or at least try and go for it, especially being 1-0 down. But they seem to just sit back. It was strange. Like
Hmm.
anyone impress you on the Ukrainian team? Either of you, Matt?
Um, Not really. I just think as a unit they looked good at times, and but yeah, they got outclassed by Germany, and I
They
think
really did.
I don't think they'll get out the group. Um, they've got next game they're playing. It's Northern Ireland, isn't it?
Mm.
I think they'll beat Northern Ireland. I think based on what I saw today from Northern Ireland, I think they're going to be bottom of the group in my opinion. But no, I wouldn't say anything in particular impressed me. I think they'll definitely struggle to go through.
What do you think, Jake, about Ukraine getting through?
I would kind of agree. I think it all depends on what that result is with Northern Ireland, because
Yeah,
obviously with Poland having Germany next, I fancy Germany, but Poland could pose them a few questions, but I still expect Germany to win that. But if Ukraine go and beat Northern Ireland by a couple goals, then it all sets it up with Poland in their last game.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, for me it was like I agree with what you two were saying, in the sense of Ukraine looked steady at times, but for me they were just relying on those two wingers who I've watched play and are quality, but they
Mm,
were missing today. And considering Germany probably didn't have like the strongest fullbacks they've had in previous years, like today was an opportunity to really get at them, and they didn't really do that. Do you know what I mean?
do
So
you reckon there's a bit of tournament like nerves, or just Germany just far too efficient, far too just seasoned and experienced? Like,
I think it's just yeah, that confidence thing, it steads through from, I think, maybe the nerves of the Ukraine players thinking, or wingers, sorry, thinking, oh,
mm,
we've got to do it, whereas the Germany players just thought, well, we might not be the most experienced, but all these other guys that we're playing with, they know what they're doing, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
mm.
Like they only had literally, I'm not aware of that new left back that they had, but everyone else knows that team inside out. They're all World Cup winners. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Nearly all of them are playing for
yeah.
top European teams.
I had to Google Hector. I was like, who's this guy? Cologne. I had to like, I wasn't too sure of him either, so I was looking at. I feel like that's probably a spot that they need to probably not as important as the strikers, but I think they do need to get some quality in at the fullbacks, like possibly. But I don't know. Maybe Hector will turn out to be world class. You just got to give him time, I guess.
He did look all right, but that first opportunity he had on goal in the first half, I still think he should have put that away. And you put any class striker in that position, and that would have been in the back of the net.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, I
That
agree
was
with that.
poor from him.
So like they. What did you guys think of the goal, by the way? That's one thing I didn't. The goals, because I thought both the balls in for the goals were just perfect. Two great assists, I thought. So we had the Mustafi header and who not in Jens Schweinsteiger.
Yeah, Özil's
Yeah,
cross, which
right.
was
Oh
outstanding.
man, yeah, they were both outstanding. Both of them crosses were just beautiful, like just begging to be buried.
What I liked is that second goal is the timing that Ozil received the ball as he ran over the halfway line to make sure that he was onside. Was just like Germany got this thing. I think it's because obviously a lot of they just play together from a young age all the way
Mm.
up. They've just got this wavelength of when to receive the ball. If you notice, like obviously Ukraine, maybe not the hardest opponents they're gonna have all tournament, but they literally never sort of misplace a pass. The only time they lose the ball is when they've literally get tackled or something like that.
You're
They
so
never
right.
really.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
I noticed that within like half an hour because a stat popped up where Germany went their pass possession was in the 90s and I saw Ukraine had about 63% possession, like not pass completion. It was just like wow, at the top level that's not good enough.
Because Schweinsteiger was struggling to get forward for that Özil cross, but it's as if Özil knew that it was him that was going to be on the end of that cross, and he knew just to kind of delay it that extra bit, and then it landed straight on his foot, and it was perfect.
He didn't even have to break stride.
He didn't have to stretch out, like get toes on the end of it.
Nothing. But even the finish itself from Schweinsteiger, like the way that he let it bounce before he hit it, and it was just perfectly placed. He knew
That
what he was doing. That was
that
it. It
that
was
is
a
a
piece of
man.
class.
Yeah, that is a man who's played over 100 games for Germany. There, right there, that experience.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, before we go, I wanted to ask you two quick question. Like, who are you tipping? We've seen a few of the teams play. We've not seen some others play, but who are you tipping? Jake,
I,
who's gonna
I'm
win?
I was split before the tournament between Germany and Belgium, and I got Germany in a sweepstake.
Oh my God.
But I'm still going with Germany simply because of Belgium's defense. But
Mm.
yeah, I'm going with Germany.
What do you think about top scorer as well?
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. I'm gonna sit on the fence with that one. I don't know about top scorer. There's no striker for me. There's no striker right now other than Lewandowski. That's like, yeah, playing for a big nation. That's like, yeah, I am the best striker in the world at the moment. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I agree.
It's
I
got,
can.
it's
Like Belgium, Germany, France, none of them have got a world class striker that's like, yeah, I'm number one, undoubted for me.
Matt, who's winning the tournament and who's getting top
So
scorer?
I got Slovakia in a sweepstake. That's not, that's not happening. But I've been saying for the past 2 weeks that if I was to put my money on a team, it'd be Germany. But
Mm.
I'm not sure. From what I've seen in the tournament so far, I think they did play good football today, and I would still back Germany any day. But
Mm.
the underdog team for me, I think Croatia looked excellent today.
They did. They did. They did.
And
What's
um,
what's your top scorer bet?
top scorer,
Mm.
I think it's going to be someone kind of unexpected.
Shall I tell you mine?
Tough at this, but
Who are you going for? Because I've got an idea, and I've been saying this. I didn't put money there though.
it's going to be a team that are going to be. It's got to be from a team that's going to be in the tournament right up until the end, and I think it's going to be a midfielder. That's all I'm going to say. I don't think it'll be a striker.
See, I was thinking it would be either Muller, but if I had to put money on it, I put it on Giroud. I'm just saying. Like I put money on him the other night, him to score and France to win, and it just happened. I feel he's a striker that never hides, and the chances are going to fall to him. So whether he can actually put them away or not is another thing. But I think France will go far along in the tournament enough for him to
I
score
definitely,
goals.
yeah, I definitely think France will.
And I
I'll be
think
there.
France will win it still. But yeah, that's we will see.
True, that's a conversation for another time,
Yeah.
man.
Is a France-Germany final possible based on the draw?
Unsure. Unsure. I'm not too sure how that. Normally I can work it out, but with the third place teams and all that, like I couldn't really like look at it and
Different
work it
layout
out.
this year, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Like so, I didn't even bother trying to work it out. But we're just gonna enjoy it. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining.
Pleasure.
Yeah, man, thanks for joining. This is the Hang Sesh. If you like that, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the Hang Sesh, follow us on Twitter, and we're out.